Welcome to The Explainer. I'm so glad you're here today because we are tearing into a highly anticipated 2026 B2B sourcing guide. Look, if you're an Amazon seller, especially if you're just starting out or trying to scale, finding the perfect factory for your private label kitchenware can honestly feel like finding a needle in a haystack. But today, we're taking all the guesswork right out of it. We're going to use this incredible source material to look at things strictly from an Amazon seller's perspective, mapping out exactly how to find smaller, flexible suppliers that offer the low MOQs and customization you actually need to build a winning supply chain this year. Okay, let's dive right in. So how exactly do you source premium kitchenware without a 2,000 unit minimum order quantity? We all know that massive intimidation factor, right? You're launching a new e-commerce brand, you've spent weeks on product research, and then a factory flat out tells you they won't even turn the machines on for less than 2,000 units. It completely ties up the capital and just multiplies your risk. But don't stress, because our source material has the exact strategies for bypassing this massive hurdle. Here's a quick look at our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll be hitting 2026 sourcing pain points, golden manufacturing hubs, low MOQ factory recommendations, customization and OEM/ODM, and then we'll wrap up with Amazon compliance and pitfalls. Section 1, 2026 Sourcing Pain Points, the new sourcing reality. You know, the old way of sourcing was literally all about hunting down the absolute cheapest price possible. But as the source guide clearly outlines, relying solely on the lowest bidder in 2026 is just a recipe for disaster. The new reality is all about securing a resilient, fully compliant supply chain. Global compliance is the new baseline now. Think about it. If your super cheap products get seized at customs or rejected by Amazon just because they lack the right documentation, well, that cheap price suddenly becomes incredibly expensive. Section 2. Golden Manufacturing Hubs. Mapping the manufacturing hubs. In 2026, a factory's proximity to raw materials and specialized labor directly dictates your final price. You absolutely have to know where to look. Take Yangjiang in Guangdong, for example. It's widely known as the knife and scissor capital. It's your absolute go-to for cutlery and gadgets with factories like Shibazi and Kaishuan. Now, if you want high-end stainless steel, you've got to look to Xinhui and Yunfu, which are home to Linkfair and Master Group. And for aluminum and non-stick coatings, Zhejiang is the global leader, housing powerhouses like ASD and Cooker King. If you're searching in the wrong region, you're going to overpay. It really is that simple. But the truly crucial point here is knowing exactly which type of factory to approach. On one hand, you have the mega giants like Supplier. Sure, they're the largest cookware manufacturer in China, part of the SEB group, but their procurement reality means incredibly strict MOQs. We're talking well over 2,000 units. They're built for massive global retail chains. As a beginner Amazon seller, they will absolutely crush your cash flow. But then you have the agile heroes, like Kaishuan and Better Silicone. These are the guys you want. They have a niche focus, they offer beginner-friendly trial orders, and they actually want to grow alongside your startup. Section 3, Low MOQ Factory Recommendations. The best factories for trial orders. 300 to 500. That right there is the trial order sweet spot offered by our top recommended agile factories. You really don't need to buy thousands of units just to test a concept on Amazon anymore. So let's look at who is actually offering this kind of flexibility. First up is Better Silicone. With the whole industry rapidly moving away from plastics, Better Silicone has really positioned itself as a leader in food-grade silicone solutions. So think baking mats, spatulas, and collapsible storage. This is an absolute goldmine for Amazon sellers who want to capitalize on eco-conscious, BPA-free, and sustainable trends, but without risking massive upfront capital. You can literally get started with just 300 to 500 units. Next, let's talk about Kaixan, based down in the cutlery hub of Yangjiang. They specialize in stainless steel kitchen gadgets and multi-tools. Now, why does this matter for you? Well, Kaixan is the ultimate partner if your Amazon strategy involves creating unique starter kits or bundling multiple SKUs together just to differentiate your listing. They focus on all those extra little items that fill out a kitchen catalog, and their highly flexible trial orders make bundling an absolute breeze. And then we have Cooker King up in Zhejiang. They are highlighted in the source material as the ultimate value to performance leader. They produce mid to high-end non-stick aluminum cookware. But here is the biggest takeaway for modern e-commerce sellers. Cooker King focuses heavily on trendy aesthetics. If your brand relies on visual appeal, or if you're driving traffic through influencer marketing on TikTok or Instagram, Cooker King gives you that high-tech manufacturing paired with the gorgeous designs that social commerce absolutely demands. Section 4, Customization and OEM/ODM. differentiating your private label. So let's look at ASD, also known as Asiatida. They are a direct rival to the giant Supplier. And yeah, they might require a slightly higher MOQ, but they are absolute heavyweights when you're actually ready to customize. They're a massive powerhouse in R&D for healthy coatings, so if you want to market your pans as PFOA-free or ceramic-coated, they are your go-to. Plus, they have exceptional capabilities to design unique proprietary pan shapes and even custom ergonomic handles. This is exactly how you build a recognizable, standout brand identity. Now, if you're targeting the high-end, luxury kitchen market, let me introduce you to the hidden champions, Linkfair in Sinway and Master Group in Yunfu. Linkfair provides truly exceptional finishing for multi-ply, luxury stainless steel that's destined for European and U.S. markets. Meanwhile, Master Group boasts one of the most highly automated kitchenware facilities in all of Asia, focusing on composite metals. These aren't just your run-of-the-mill factories. They are premium OEM partners already manufacturing for famous global brands. They are built specifically to stamp your private label on absolute luxury goods. Section 5. Amazon Compliance and Pitfalls. Surviving FBA Warehouses. The really good news here is that our top picks, ASD, Cooker King, and Better Silicone, are highly suitable for Amazon FBA. They are already fully accustomed to Amazon's incredibly strict packaging requirements, and they hold the vital platform certifications you're going to need in 2026, like LFGB and BPA-free documentation. Working with suppliers who already get it removes a massive layer of anxiety from the whole import process. But if you are venturing out to find other factories, you've got to follow this 3-step verification workflow. Honestly, you might want to screenshot this. Step 1, a technical compliance audit. Don't just take their word for it. Verify their European LFGB or US FDA food safety certificates, and for stainless steel, demand a material grade analysis so you know you're actually getting 304 or 316 grade steel. Step 2, a social responsibility check. Ask for BSCI or SEDEX labor audits to ensure ethical practices. Giants like Master Group have these ready to go, but smaller factories might need a closer look. And Step 3, coating longevity testing. If you're buying nonstick, ask for standardized LGA or TUV abrasion test reports to see exactly how many cleaning cycles that coating can actually withstand before it degrades. Let's wrap up all this data with a few vital insider realities for 2026. Look, sustainability is no longer optional. Buyers are increasingly demanding the Global Recycled Standard, or GRS, and PFAS-free items. You need to ensure your supplier can provide these exact certifications. Also, while those smaller Yangjiang factories are fantastic for agility, they do require that extra scrutiny on social audits we just talked about. And finally, here is a massive logistics pro tip from the guide. Because so much of this manufacturing is clustered in Guangdong, shipping your kitchenware out of the Nansha or Yantian ports is generally way more cost-effective than routing it all the way through northern ports. Keep that in mind. And that leaves us with one final, pretty provocative question. Is your current supplier truly ready for 2026 compliance, or is it time for you to pivot? We've mapped out the hubs, we've identified the agile factories that will actually support your trial orders, and we've given you the compliance blueprint. The landscape has definitely changed, but with this roadmap, you are fully equipped to build a resilient, profitable kitchenware brand this year. So evaluate your supply chain, take action, and I'll see you in the next explainer.